Hey, this is John Cena, WWE Superstar and 15-time champ, and you are watching Miss WWE Fan 13. You can't see us.
Hey, what's up guys? So in today's video, this video was requested. Someone wanted me to give them tips on figure collecting. So as a lot of you guys know, I am a major figure collector. My room is full of them. I have at least, I would say, about 300 figures. And there's one figure that I have in particular that I don't think many people have. I've never seen anyone on YouTube with this one figure, but I will show you guys that later on. So I just wrote down some tips here on my computer. So the first thing you want to ask yourself when you're collecting figures is, what's the purpose of my collection? Now you have a bunch of different kinds of figure collectors. You have like Grimm's Toy Show. He opens his figures. He does play with them with his GTS wrestling. But then you have figure collectors like me, who keep them in the box, and I get them signed by the wrestlers. So those are really your two main types of figure collectors. So before you start your collection, you want to ask yourself, what do I want to do with my collection? What do I want to accomplish? Do I want to play with them, or do I want to keep them in the box and display them on the wall? So next is where do you buy the figures? Like there's many different places to buy figures. Me in particular, I go to Walmart, I go to Toys R Us, I go to Target, I go to Kmart. Other places that sell them are Sears. What else? There's obviously little toy shops. Some of them may sell them, some of them may not. It just all depends. Very rarely there are wrestling figure stores. There is one in Houston called Wrestling Collectors Outlet, I think. So those are some stores that you can go to buy them. But if you don't have any of those stores really near you, then you can go online and order them off eBay. The only thing is with eBay, sometimes they are a little overpriced, and you need to check the condition of the box. You can go on Amazon. You can go on www.shop.com. They sell a couple of figures, not that many, but a couple. You can go to Ringside Collectibles and use Grimm at checkout to get 10% off your order, I think. You can go to Wrestling Superstore. What else? I'm sure you can go to Walmart.com, Target.com, ToysRUs.com, Kmart.com. Where else? As far as websites, that's about it. So those are the places you can buy the figures, and that's where I buy my figures at. So, also there's Walgreens. Walgreens sells figures, and I'm not sure if H-E-B does, because there's not an H-E-B in El Paso, but maybe not. All right. Now, when it comes to the actual figures, there are a ton of different figures. And so I pulled out a couple of figures out of my collection. They're right here in front of me. So I'm going to start from the older figures to the newer figures. So, yeah. So the first figure you can buy, I'm going to show you examples of all of them, is the Classic Figures 1-pack. So this one here, as you see, is Eddie Guerrero. So Classic Figures, these were made by Jax. Back in, what years was this made? I think I know what year, but I want to make sure. Yeah, 2008. So they were ranging from like, I believe 2005 to 2008, and they stopped selling them. I think in like 2008 or 9, they stopped selling them in stores. So in the same collection, there are 2-packs. So as you see here, this is not only is this a 2-pack, but this is also an exclusive. In these Classic Figures, they do sell exclusive Ringside exclusives. This one is a 2-pack, and it is also the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Montreal Screwjob. And as you see, this one is signed by Bret Hart, and I will be getting signed by Shawn Michaels this WrestleMania. So And the last classic figures, there are 3 packs. So this one, as you see, is Edge, John Cena, and Big Show from their match at WrestleMania 25. And it's a limited edition. So as you see, it's signed by Cena and Edge. I just needed to get it signed by the Big Show. Alright, next, they made quite a few of these, but they completely stopped selling them. And when I started buying these, it was already after they were pretty much done with them. So I got a lot of mine for only $5. But this next one I'm about to show you is the one that I said I have never seen anyone here on YouTube own, this particular figure. But they do have a bunch of these, they do have a bunch in these series. There's all different wrestlers. So it is the Unmatched Series, the Boogeyman. I have never seen anyone own this figure. No one. So if you guys have owned this figure, well then tell me down below. I would love to see like yours, because I have never seen anyone have this figure. And so that's actually pretty cool to me. I almost got it signed, but he wasn't signing, he was only taking pictures. Alright, so the next series I'm going to be talking about and showing you guys is, I guess, the new version of the classic figures. And it is the WWE Legends. So this one is the 1 pack, obviously, and it's Dusty Rhodes. They have a whole bunch of different ones, like I said, about all the figures. So there's these figures. And I consider those like the new version of the classics. But they stopped making these already. And then they also have 2 packs. So they don't have 3 packs, at least that I've ever seen. Alright, so now we're getting onto the newer figures. So of course, as we all know, they have the Mattel Basics. So this one's Natalia. I was so happy when I got her. But yeah, so they sell the Mattel Basics. Just comes with the figure. That's it, just standard figure. And then of course they have the 2 packs. And usually the 2 packs will come with an accessory. Not the classic ones, those don't always come with accessories. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But these always come with the accessories. And as you can see, it is signed by the Usos. And then last but not least, they do sell these in 3 packs. There's not many of these. You usually find them at Kmart only. These 3 packs. They had the Shield, which I never was able to get. They have the Wyatts. I know recently I saw a Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Undertaker one. I've seen others, but yeah, they do have the 3 packs. Alright. And then the last, no, not the last, excuse me. So next is the Elites. The Elites usually come with the figure and some sort of accessory. So John Cena's figures usually always come with the chain, the t-shirt, and the hat. It just all depends on who you get. Like, there was Damien Sandow, he came with the robe. Zack Ryder came with the Internet Championship belt. What else? I can't remember, but all of them come with something. Sometimes they come with the belts, just depends on which one it is. So, then as you see, it's signed by Cena. And then, also with the Elites, they do sell exclusives. So you usually can only get these on ringside, or if you go to like a convention, any kind of convention, like I go to Elmo City Comic Con, you will usually find exclusives. I bought this one at a Comic Con. I also bought the Rock one. I got the Shawn Michaels exclusive just recently. So, yeah. And then another type of figure, the Defining Moments. These are my favorite figures. I love these figures. I love getting them signed. As you see, Cena signed it. And yeah. And last but not least, one of the newer figures that they are making for the WWE. I only have one, and I've been waiting to find this one for the longest time, and I finally found it at Oklahoma City Comic Con, and it is the pop vinyls. So this one is the John Cena. It's the very first pop vinyl WWE they made. It's still in the production plastic. Like when they send it out from the where they make it, and they wrap each in like a plastic before they get to the stores. It's still in that plastic, so that's awesome. Never taking it out of the plastic. Keep it as mint on card as possible. So yeah. So those are all the different kinds of figures. There's also more. There's more Jakks figures, but there's just so many different series in Jakks that I'm not going to get into. They also sell slam attacks. They have some of the Jakks, Jakks series. There's a Ruthless Aggression series. There's classics like I showed you. Pay-per-view series. There's just so much. And as for the Mattel figures, they do sell obviously the pay-per-view series. They sell T-shirt series. They sell and I'm talking about in the basic figures. So there's a T-shirt series. There's the Championship series at Kmart. What else? There's just so many different ones, like I said. But then they also sell what are those called? Like I said, slam attacks, and then there's these other ones called, I can't remember what they're called, but they're bad figures, so I wouldn't even recommend getting them anyways. So let's not worry about that. So yeah, those are the different types of figures. So let me get back on my computer. What to look for in a figure? Well, there's a lot. You want to make sure the box is in good condition and it's not messed up if you're trying to keep it mint on card and get it signed and stuff. So you want to really check out the box and make sure it's not screwed up and it's not bent in any way. With me, even if it has the tiniest little bent, I won't buy it. I just won't. What else do you want to look for in a figure? Obviously that you like the figure. With me, I don't usually buy figures of people I don't like unless I'm meeting them. Example, I bought a Ryback figure. I don't like Ryback, but I was meeting Ryback, so I got a Ryback figure. So you want to obviously like the wrestlers that you're collecting. You want to make sure that nothing is missing from the box, because sometimes people will just take the belts or the shirts from the box to use. They don't want the figure, they just want the accessories. You want to make sure it's in the correct box, because some people repackage figures. They'll put a Rey Mysterio in a John Cena box. Like, I don't know why they do it, but you want to make sure nothing is wrong with the actual figure. Like, sometimes people will switch heads. Like, they'll put a Rey Mysterio head on a John Cena body. I don't know how they do it in the store, but they do. It makes no sense to me. And then, of course, you want to make sure the box isn't like faded or drawn on or poked a hole in or anything. You just want to make sure the box is in good condition, and so is the figure. So then, one thing, once you buy your figures, whether you're hanging them up or whatever you're doing with your figures, you want to make sure you keep them in good condition. You want to buy them in good condition. You want to go home and keep them in good condition. So when the figures are hanging on the wall, they do tend to accumulate dust. So all you want to do is grab a little towel, a dry towel, not wet, because if you get the figure wet, you're going to ruin it. And I have a lot of cleaning to do because my figures are pretty dusty, because as you guys know, I'm not home a lot because I'm always in the hospital. Like, I'm in the hospital right now, because I'm pretty sure I'm uploading this video a couple days from now. But example, let me see which one's kind of dirty. Okay, this Dusty Rhodes figure, you look at it, it's pretty dusty. Heck, get it? No pun intended, dusty. All right, so it's pretty dusty, and you just want to just dust it off, clean it. But like I said, no water, because that's gonna damage the figure, and you basically just wasted money on a figure. So you just want to get all the sides. You want to get the top, because the top is what accumulates dust the most. It's pretty gross. And obviously, if you're like me, you need to have a clean room because I have a low immune system. So, and then you want to get the front, and like I said, the sides and the whatever, the top, and then you want to get the bottom. And then, you know, I guess it doesn't hurt just to give the back a little rub. So now the figure is perfectly clean. So looks pretty new, brand new, not dusty at all. Again, no pun intended, dusty roads. But yeah, so just a standard towel, little towel, washcloth, even paper towel, even probably a paper towel, but then you'll have to use a lot of them. All right, and the last tip, and honestly the most important tip, is to enjoy the figures you're collecting. Don't buy it because you think it's gonna be worth $1,000 one day. You know, that's just an extra perk that some of them will be worth something one day. Like, example, this figure, the guy was trying to sell it for $250. He gave me a discount because it was gonna be for my Make-A-Wish. So, you know, the figures do go up in price. There are figures that are worth thousands of dollars. Some that come to the top of my head, the Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy 2-pack, the DX 2-pack. Those are going for a crazy amount of money. But honestly, don't worry about that. Worry about enjoying the figures that you're collecting because you like the figures and you enjoy collecting, because that is what it's all about, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, that's really it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and to the guy or girl, I forgot, who requested this video, I really hope this helped you out. And even if any of you guys have questions about figure collecting, you guys can just leave a comment down below and I will answer to you guys. And if you guys don't get a response from me, it's because your YouTube does not allow me to respond to your comments, because I respond to everybody's comments and Alyssa does not let me. So yeah, guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that this video helped you guys get a new perspective on figure collecting and will help you guys start your own collection. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give this video a thumbs up and comment right down below. And if you guys want to see some of my past videos or stay tuned for some of my future videos, just hit that subscribe button that's down below also. And that's it for this video, guys. So you can't see me,